That Variety interview that Meghan Markle now famously gave, or infamously gave, whichever way you want to look at it. I remember that line, and I'm sure you do, that she basically claimed, did she not, that this particular documentary, you know, the series that Harry and Meghan blasted their members of their family, well, his family, never her family, you'll note, on Netflix. She said, well, she hoped that it would be represented, but it was through the lens of the director Liz Garbus. Remember that line? Well, it's interesting to note because that particular docuseries really only was so memorable, I think, for many people regarding this image, the complete disrespect to our monarch of 70 years, Queen Elizabeth II. Meghan herself has stated that this was just a fun segment, showing her fun side about how she really was not quite sure how to curtsy, etc. All of this, once again, alongside all of the stories with Meghan and Harry, has been totally disproved. But, you know, don't get in the way of a good story. Interesting, though, isn't it, that Liz Garbus, who has now gone on to other things and has remained tight-lipped so far, has told a very good source this, as ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you today. Yes, we'll have a wave. By the way, I want to just ask you this question. You see, it's important, this, so yes, you pin your ears back, or if you're in Yorkshire, your locals, you know what I mean. What's interesting here is we were debating about whether we should do a live stream. Now, for those that don't know, what's that, Neil? Isn't that from the doctors? No, a live stream is where we go live on the channel at a certain assigned date and time, and it gives you the opportunity to, come forward, and we pick a topic and we'll discuss it, and we can ask via questions sent in live that we can have a chat to each other. I'd very much like to do it for you as a huge thank you. And of course, I'd love to know, would you support that? Because obviously I'll have to set that up in the studio. We have to get proper people in. Do you know what I mean? Techies, I don't understand all of this stuff, do you? I know they say, oh, it's easy. It's never easy, is it, when you're on your own? I know you're still fiddling around with a plug. I can say you, can't you? I love these people as well that say to me, there's no sound, Neil, and then they realise they haven't turned on the volume. I know, we're all as bad. It's shocking, isn't it? But do let me know, would a live stream, live with myself, chatting to you at a regular time, or indeed as a one-off to see if we all like it, would that appeal? So do let me know in the comments below whether you fancy it or not. I'll do another video to make sure that everybody sees it if you haven't tuned into this particular video. Back as ever though to your breaking royal story of the day. As I say, Liz Garbus was the woman behind the docuseries. Not particularly great in my opinion, because obviously she borrowed pictures, footage and all sorts of stuff and concocted complete farce really, those being chased by paparazzi, all very similar, wasn't it, to the NYC fake car chase. And then, as I say, the big thing really was the fake curtsy. Everybody remembers that, whatever you think. But what's interesting is, Liz herself, and as ever we have to say allegedly, has spoken out to a very good close associate of the fact that Harry and Meghan did have the final say on the final edit of the final episodes. By that, they're being executive producers. They could have cut out simply anything. You would have thought that they would have wanted to cut out their disrespect to Her Majesty the Queen, this now famous image. But according to that well-placed source, they were happy with every single frame and very happy with the work that Liz and her team had put together, including all the fakery of the paparazzi pictures. Of course they were. It was all about them and their trial and their, trauma. But when you think about it like that, and given the sort of terrible situation that our late and wonderful monarch was going through on a personal level, you would have thought there might have been a light bulb moment in either one of those clotheads and thought, well, maybe this bit won't suit too well. According to that well-placed source, they were utterly thrilled with the end result. So Meghan's demise of oh, well, it's through her lens. No, you two were executive producers and you had the final say. So to put a finality to this particular story, clearly you were happy with what you were doing. Now, they have to live with that. I'd love to know what you think to this particular story in the comments below. Neil Sean in the heart of a beautiful English countryside.